First, the nutritional center does a study of what is needed so that the humans can operate at their best. So they recommend all kinds of food. Nutritional department does that. They don't just grow food and put it in the market or engineer it or change it. All the food is hermetically sealed so people can't sneeze on it or anything like that. All the food is free. And most of the food is dehydrated. That is dried out so they don't make too big a package. Then you add water, boiling water, and it swells and tastes good. We will, if you like Chef Milani's cooking, you know he's considered a good cook. He cooks in front of a computer. He cuts the onions up and the food, and the computer watches every move he makes, and then it prepares food. He doesn't have to cook anymore. He cooks one day, many different types of food. In the auto industry, a man sprays rubber under a car so the rain won't drive you crazy. They spray rubber. He has to do that once, and the computer remembers every position, and from then on, the computer does his job.
It's good for the appliance salespeople if you're selling refrigerators and stoves and dishwashers. That's why we do that today, but it can be more economically.
First of all, consciousness. There's no such thing. You can only be conscious of your own receptors, meaning if you can't, you know there's radio waves going by here now. You are not conscious of them. There's germs all over this. You are not conscious of them. You're only conscious of what you can see. With a microscope, it increases your awareness. With the electron microscope, it shows you a world you can't sense. So whenever a person comes to me and says, I belong to the higher consciousness society, I always say, where are your kidneys? I'm not sure. How fast is the blood moving through your blood? They don't know. What do you mean by consciousness? Another time I meet people, they say, I'm a nature lover. And I say, you are? They say, yes. You mean you love earthquakes, hurricanes, tsunamis? All that's natural. Bubonic plague is natural. Floods, hurricanes are natural. So how can you be a nature lover? You love some things about nature, other things are terrible, right? It's hard to believe, I know, because I can't get on NBC, CBS, but someday they will ask me if I don't get shot first, you know. So it all depends. Nowadays, they're writing articles about the Venus Project. Say, I get a check from the Vatican. Others say, I get a check from the Nazis. Others say, I get a check from the Federal Reserve System. They lie about everything, because the more they can put down the Venus Project, the longer they can stay in power. So expect, the more the tour goes, the more lies will come out on the internet, every place. You must expect that. The women that fought for women's rights, the public library, where anyone can check out a book, they had rotten eggs thrown at them by the book companies. The books thought that if you made books free at the library, people wouldn't buy books. That's not true. When they read a little bit, they bought more books than ever. So they don't know what they're talking about. Educating people is the greatest thing you can do for the future of the world. It's the best liberation in the world's history. And there are people trying to control the internet. They'd love to own it and control it. If they ever do that, it's going to be sad.
The film that Peter Joseph made, Zeitgeist's Addendum, which introduced the Venus Project to the world, was downloaded over 50 million times. And it's out there for free.